I'm back. Did you miss me? Well, I'm back. Um, for anybody who follows me on social media, you might know where I've been. But for anyone who doesn't, it's been 3 or 4 months since I last put up a video, and I've kind of lost my mind a little bit. I had some computer issues. Part of my computer decided to stop working. Namely this part. Now, it might look like a small and insignificant bit, but if you know anything about computers, you know that without that, things go very wrong very quickly and bad things happen, and you kind of need that to work. It didn't. So I ordered a new part, which said it would be up to 30 days. 30 days later, I emailed the seller and said, where the hell is my new part? And they said, oh, it must have got lost, we'll send you another one. Which could take up to 30 days. So another 30 days later, I send them another message saying, where is my new part? This is rather frustrating now. I'm kind of paraphrasing myself, I was a little bit more annoyed than that. And they said, oh, well, this is weird. That's 2 that have gone missing. We'll have to have a look. We'll look into it for you and we'll chase the courier. So they did. And after a week or so, I got quite annoyed. So I found the part elsewhere, which cost me twice as much. But it said it would turn up within 20 days. So I emailed the original seller back and said I've had to do this, that and the other, I've had to replace it elsewhere, I'm missing deadlines because I can't get my computer working, and I would like an immediate refund. About 18 days later, the new part turned up, which was great. It wasn't the right part, but that's something else entirely. So I opened up the thing, checked whether it fit in the computer. Obviously it didn't, so I got in touch with that seller and that was fixed. But I also had to get back in touch with the previous seller who said they'd send me a next day refund and say that the new part had arrived before their refund had, and to chase that. Funnily enough, it turned up in my bank account the day after that. But then another couple of weeks later, the correct part turned up, and I installed that in my computer, and basically now here I am able to edit videos again. So that can go over there. It's caused me no end of headaches. What have I been up to? Now, I'd started recording a new video series where I was making these. I'm doing a batch of my Phoenix body shed. This obviously you can see is a single coat version, which I believe pairs up with this neck. So you can see here I've made quite a lot of progress. There's a batch of 3 of these, and so the video series will be about how to kind of take a guitar design and not so much turn it into a production run, but how to be a bit more efficient in the process to do more than just one. One-offs are great, and I love my one-off custom projects, but it's not going to pay the bills, is it? I need to be able to have 4th Avenue quality guitars in slightly bigger numbers. So that's what that video series is going to be about. That should be coming up soon. so I best not give too much away. I'll hide these. My head should be big enough to cover them. What else have I done? I've spent a lot of time in my day job building things. Lots of interesting stuff. I've helped develop the PJD Carey Apprentice, which if you haven't seen it, go look for it. It's my baby. I like it. And because I love single pickup guitars so much, I finally got around to finishing this, which this has been hanging part finished on my wall for about 3 years. I ended up never finishing it because I got sidetracked with a commission and then Great Guitar Build off things and all kinds of chaos. So this is finally done. It's absolutely great. I love playing it, but it does need to go somewhere. It needs a new home. So if you fancy it, like, go to the website that's linked somewhere around here, and there should be information about this. That's another thing I've been doing. I've been updating my website since I got my computer back up and running. I did try and do it on my phone through an app, but it wasn't very good, so I kind of gave up on that. Yeah, it's been quite busy, but at the same time, not. So here's where I need to kind of get on to what I've learned in the last 4 months. Kind of as a direct result of what I've done and of my computer not working. So I'm going to put this back in here. So what have I learned? I've learned that putting out a new video every week is really hard work. Relying on having to be able to film something to continue working really screwed me. I could have had these 3 Phoenix Graduates finished by now if I hadn't been filming that series, because I ran out of SD cards. I had a pile of them on my computer, and as much as I'd love to say I'm made of money and I can afford to buy more SD cards to just keep on filming until the computer's working, I really can't. So I've had to clear off all of that footage onto my computer now, which means I can actually record something, and I just wasn't able to do anything else on those guitars. So I've kind of had to have a bit of a think about how I'm going to work moving forward. Some of you will probably be really happy to hear that you don't have to listen to me as much. Some of you might be disappointed. To those ones, I like you. You're nice people. But I'm not going to be able to do a video every week. It's too much. I'm not going to commit to a set schedule. If I could do every couple of weeks or every month, I will do. I want to try and get back to kind of informative videos where I kind of talk through what I'm doing and explain my process and hopefully help people out there to get the confidence or the skills to build their own guitars. Or if you just find it entertaining watching me injure myself and turn bits of wood into dust and noisy things, then that's equally valid, and I'm quite happy to provide that as well. But this is going to be a fairly short video. It's largely just me saying I am back, and my god, it's good to be back. I clearly haven't tidied up in here. I need to do that. But so what have I got coming up? I've got the build series on the Phoenix Graduates. That's going to be coming up. What else are you going to see? Quite a lot of facial head continuity issues. There's going to be a lot of that going on. More swearing at bits of wood. More injuries. More general chaos and me losing tools. So it's, other than the schedules, it's basically going to be business as usual. I'm going away now. I've got to remember how to edit footage. This should be fun. Yeah. I don't really like talking to a camera, can you tell?